There's an interesting part, I think, in our reading today. If you're reading along John chapter 2, there's a lot of things. I'd love to talk about water and wine, empty vessels, miracle that happens, great stuff. But this part struck me, and for those of you that have to deal with struggles, you have to deal with confrontation with situations. It speaks to such an incredible way of handling hardships or handling things that are going wrong. And if you're at school or at work, at home, right, there are moments that you're going to walk in and things are not going to be right. Biblically, I'm talking theologically, doctrinally, they're not going to be right. The people are going to be doing or walking or acting a fool, doing the wrong things. And there is this idea and moments when you and I have righteous indignation, that we get frustrated, we get mad, right, because of righteousness, things that happen. We see exploitation of children, right, those type of things, right. We see these things. We hear people say dumb stuff, right. Christians that say super dumb things that are completely against what the word is, right. They promote things that are biblically incorrect. And we can easily respond out of anger. We can respond and tell them, man, you were so wrong by doing that. But there's something that Jesus does in this moment. He walks into the outer courts and he sees people trading and exchanging money and making money off of that, and exchanging and selling animals that are blemished, which is wrong, right? And animals are there and the whole thing. And it says this, that he sees all this, and in verse 15, chapter 2, John chapter 2, verse 15, reading out of the ESV version, and making a whip of cords, he drove them out, all out of the temple with the sheep and the oxen, and poured out the coins of the money changers and overturned their tables. And he told those who sold pigeons, take these things away. Do not make my father's house a house of trade. And we like to talk about what an incredible moment that was. And by the way, again, when you think about Jesus, don't stop looking at the cheesy Jesus concept. This man was a man of action, right? It wasn't just he wasn't a pacifist. He was a man of action. He saw it. But did you catch what I read there in the very beginning? It says, and making a whip of cords. There's speaks to a moment of intentionality by Jesus as he walks in. He doesn't just quickly react and grab the closest thing to him and start beating the people. He makes a whip of cords. He takes his time, constructs something, and then as he's whipping them, as he's getting them out, he tells them why he's doing what he's doing. And it's such a great lesson for you and I as we see things that are going wrong. Number one, we have to say something. We need to respond. But before we respond, we need to walk through the process of intentionality and looking at what we're doing and recognizing, am I doing the right thing for the right reason in the right way? Yes, we need to speak into situations, but when we speak in just anger, when we speak in just reaction, we're reacting to a situation, we do it in the wrong way. So the next time you have that righteous indignation, next time you see something and you need to speak, take a second, make the whip of cords, and then react and let them know why. Thus says the word of God, don't let it happen in my house.